What's up, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and none of the above? This is DL back here. It's 2 a.m. I saw Detective Pikachu today. Can't sleep. All I can think about is Mons, because I'm a nerd like that. And we're bringing it back to KSL Season 3. I had a really good time covering a lot of my good battles from this past season at KSL. And I figured I'd visit a season we actually had some uploaded analyst content for. Season 3, it's the one season I did not win of the KSL. My team had some issues. There's some mons I didn't like that piece of crap Ferrothorn you see on my screen right there. I hated this Pokemon. Other Pokemon I just wasn't really that great at using, like Alolan Persian. But there were some things I really loved about this team. Zygarde's cool, though I really love Banded Zygarde. Set of Zygarde seems so cool, but like Banded was just so good. Golisopod, I freaking love Golisopod. And Slowbro, oh my god, Slowbro, that's the real MVP right there. Mega Pidgeot's alright, and I have some other mons on my team that were really cool. Like Salazzle was a lot of fun. Hitmonchan was great. Zapdos was pretty meh. Let's see. Lycanroc Dusk is cool. I picked that up about halfway through the season after Jake dropped it. But yeah, that's about my team. So yeah, I want to cover my my battle here against Eon. This, I believe, was my week 4 battle, and Eon had a pretty interesting team here. Latias, Memo, Z Arrow, Z Zoroark, Bronzong, Kecleon, Mega Venusaur, Azu, Hitmontop, Z Moltres, and Evire. So yeah, quite a few different Z captains here. Mamoswine is of course a pretty big threat, but really nice thing about Slowbro is it beats a lot of offensive ground types. And Slowbro just had such a phenomenal matchup against this team, since its psychic typing allows it to beat down Mega Venusaur, which is grass type. Able to 1v1 Latias pretty comfortably, most Lati sets. Able to do pretty well at checking several variants of Azumarill. Ferrothorn's also pretty nice. Checked Azu. Kind of forces Mega Venu to be like HP Fire if it wants to deal with it. Stuff like that. And overall, I had a pretty favorable matchup, I'd say. So we'll go into my team to break down what I decided to bring. I mean, this was obviously quite some time ago. This was, 2 seasons in the past now. But let's see. So yeah, we got Mega Pidgeot here. Bird Spam, yeah, since what was this flying resist? Yeah, they're like Aerodactyl and Electivire, so not the best. So Mega Pidgeot, it's pretty nice. Really good speed tier against this team. It's like, yeah, it outspeeds everything but Arrow. And Arrow has a pretty tough time hitting things like Slowbro and Ferrothorn, especially Slowbro. Some nice speed control, some momentum. Yeah, Pharaoh, as I mentioned, pretty nice checking a few things on his team. Spikes could be quite nice in conjunction with the snake fella on my team over here. Most of his team's pretty weak to spikes. It hits everything but Moltres, Bronzong, and Arrow. Oh yeah, Lottie. It looks like he had a few spike immunities, but still could be quite nice for wearing down things like Mega Venusaur in particular, or Hitmontop as well. Yeah, we got Colbur Berry, Slowbro, the Colbur, mostly designed to help deal with them. Mostly for knockoff from Mamo, but it could also help against something like Crunch or Z-Crunch from Aerodactyl. Help against getting lured in by Zoroark, for example. Things like knockoff from Kecleon, I suppose. Knockoff Azu. So overall, like his best moves to hit Slowbro. are going to be dark moves. And Calm Mind just makes it a really potent sweeper against this team, able to 1v1 things like Lottie, Mega Venusaur, Zoroark, thanks to that extra special bulk and special power. We got Golisopod, Life Orb Golisopod, First Impression, Leech Life Aqua Jet, your main stab moves, some nice priority to help deal with things like offensive Lottie, Mamo. Golisopod also really nice resisting Mamo's dual stab. Aqua Jet being really nice for Arrow and Moltres especially. And we have Poison Jab on to hit a Azumarill. Yeah, boy. Banded Zygarde. This mon's pretty nasty. Just Arrows, E-Speed, Outrage, just sort of standard. Adamant. I think I ran Adamant literally every game I brought Zygarde. The power is just too nice. And then my fourth move, sometimes you bring Toxic, and I thought Glare was better here, I guess. Well, you can't Toxic Venu, unless your name's Salazzle. And, what else is even a switch into this? I guess Hitmonchan maybe? That doesn't like being glared either. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's mostly for Mega Venusaur. And then our last mon is pretty fast, bulky pivot, Z, Alolan Persian. The Taunt and Knockoff here. Taunt's really nice for stopping things like Toxics and Stealth Rocks from Bronzong, Kecleon. Stopping maybe like a Belly Drum from Azumarill potentially. Synthesis from Mega Venusaur. Recover, Defog from Lottie. Knockoff was nice for getting rid of certain like boosting items, choice scarves, leftovers, etc., etc. So going into the game here, we're going to see that he brought Latias, Mega Venusaur, Mamoswine, Azu, just sort of his like strongest four members there. An Arrow and Electivire, which makes sense to try to help deal with the onslaught that is Mega Pidgeot against his team. So he's got, Mega Pidgeot pretty much beats down his main defensive Pokemon, like Mega Venu and Lottie. Mamo, I had pretty good defensive checks to it, but I can definitely see him bringing it since his grass type being Mega Venusaur, and does he not have a bug type? No, so he doesn't have a single 1,000 arrows resist on his team, so that makes sense. Why I would opt for Banded is all you need is to sort of chip down Venu a bit or pressure it, and then Zygarde just kind of picks up a kill every time it comes in. And looking at this matchup, Slowbro can definitely win as well. It's got such great Fizz Def. Like Electivire will have to be eliminated, but Slowbro is looking like a really strong win con. So how am I gonna play this out? All right, so we're gonna lead with Persian. Nice. It leads pretty well against basically everything on his team, bar like Scarf, Lottie, or Azumarill. I believe here we are just going to go for a parting shot into Ferrothorn as he opts to go for the Sleep Powder. So this is interesting that he's spent a move slot on Sleep Powder. Scouting out like what this is going to be. It's going to have things like Leech Seed, Synthesis, Knockoff, HP Fire. Just figuring out what it has and figuring out it can help me determine what I want to go into as my main defensive check to it. So here I am just going to go for the Stealth Rock as he brings Azumarill hard in on Pharaoh. And this should key. This seemed like a really big tell. That this is a Sap Sipper Whirlpool Paris Trap Azumarill. Because otherwise, why in the world would you bring it hard in on a Ferrothorn? Unless he's trying to bluff that, in which case, phenomenal play. But I'm going to go into my Mega Pidgeot predicting a Whirlpool to come out here, as that is just what happens. And I have both Roost and U-Turn, so with my U-Turn, I'll be able to avoid being Paris trapped, since I'm able to force the switch. So here I'm going to go for the Hurricane, which does a ton to this thing, and even if I didn't have U-Turn, barring, he gets rest, I guess, I should be able to KO this Azumarill within the time frame of the Parasong. So here he's going to go for the Parasong. I'm going to predict the Protect to get more damage off, more lefties. And I'm going to go for the Roost here. Keep my Mega Pidgeot nice and healthy. And here I can just fire off another Hurricane for free. Because I know if I Hurricane here, and then the next turn I can go for U-turn. The only way my Mega Pidgeot then dies is if he gets like a double protect, and in that case his Azumarill is dead as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the Hurricane here. As he brings in Electivire, takes some nice rocks, 21% Hurricane, and this is going to reveal that this thing is 100% Assault Vest. I'm gonna go for the U-turn, get some more chip, and go into my little Impersion, which should be able to stomach anything like a Wild Charge, any physical hit from this. But unfortunately, he's going to go for the Volt Switch, which does a little more than I wanted it to. So he's going to bring out Lottie, and I'm going to go Ferrothorn. So he's going to go for HP Fire, and this is going to reveal that it's most likely like Choice Scarf damage. This is not boosted damage, but it's still not to a KO because Latias isn't that strong, thankfully. So we are going to switch out into Persian here. So he's going to go Mega Venu. I believe here we should go for the Taunt. No, we just Parting Shot again here. Okay. This is nice. We're going to be able to bring out Golisopod. Because this Electivire should be able to outspeed my Zygarde. I don't really want to risk a speed tie. My Mega Pidgeot can't outspeed it. So first impression is going to be my best way of picking up this kill. So that's all fine and dandy. He brings out Lottie. Here we're going to go into Bro. This reveals to be Defog. And I'm just going to fire off a free Scald here. Nothing on his team really wants to take it. His Lottie is appearing to be Scarf Lottie. So, like, it loses to Bro 1v1, and, like, it doesn't have recover. It probably doesn't have recover. So it doesn't really want to be taking that residual chip from Scald. Azu doesn't really want to be burned, even if it is a Paris Trap set. Mamo obviously does, and Arrow are both weak to it. And Mega Venusaur really doesn't like being burned. As we are going to catch the Azu on the switch in and hit it with pretty nice Scald burn here. Here we're going to switch in the Mega Pidgeot, not wanting to be Paris Trapped. She's going to make the nice play into Mamo. And here I predict him not to go for the Ice Shard. It wouldn't have killed anyways. And so we're just going to go for the U-turn and make the nice switch into the Slowbro. As he goes for Stealth Rocks, and this is just going to be another opportunity to go for Scald. No. At this point, yeah, Calm Mind Slowbro is going to wreak havoc on his team. It's going to allow me to avoid taking too much damage from things like Draco from Latias. And we're going to go for the Psyshock. Would do the most damage to Lottie and catch some of his best switch-ins a little better. And here we're just going to finish off the Azu. He goes for the Parasong, which is a cool play because it will force my Slowbro out. Because otherwise, +1/+1 Slowbro just kind of swept his team from here. So good play on Eon's part there. He's going to go into Mega Venu and go for the Sleep Powder. And unfortunately, yeah, he lands it. Slowbro is asleep. So we're going to go into Zygarde here, trying to see what he's got. And he reveals Leech Seed. Thinking, oh, this is alright. Outrage, Banded Outrage should be able to KO a lot of variants of Mega Venusaur through Leech Seed. But it turns out he's like really bulky, and he reveals to have Hidden Power Ice. So unfortunately, this means Zygarde is going to go down. But seeing he's revealed HP Ice, Sleep Powder, Leech Seed, he probably doesn't have Synthesis. So he should be pretty low at the end of this exchange. And additionally, it means he's hardwalled by my Ferrothorn. So I know that that's always a safe play, safe switch into this now. But now we know he doesn't have HP Fire. So he's going to reveal Giga Drain as his last move. And while Zygarde goes down, it's really done its job as a breaker, I suppose, getting this thing nice and low. So it's really nice for my Persian and my Golisopod especially. So we know our Pharaoh hardwalls this, and should be taking this as an opportunity to... Oh, we leech here, which is nice. Catching the Lottie on the switch in, getting us a little healthier. Just going to make the play into Slowbro. See HP fires. We're just going to be sapping this thing more, getting some recovery, and burning off some sleep turns. See, we're just going to keep burning those turns. We're going to wake up and Scald and kill the Mamoswine. So this is excellent. Mamo going down is really nice for my Mega Pidgeot. Here, I still have my calc, my slow being at +1. I'm like, oh, I always live Draco. Obviously, I'm not a Salt Vest. I should know that's not the case. But we stay in here, and we go for the Slack Off as he predicts my Ferrothorn and goes for HP Fire. And this is just going to be a one game here, because here, basically, yeah, I'm outside the range of a Draco from his Latias, and he can't switch into Scald now. Yeah, Venu dies. He needs to crit me in order to have any chance of this. But yeah, we just Slack Off. Now he's at -2. He's going to be doing no types of damage. Scald again. Yeah, that was probably a bit of a misplay. I should have slacked off again there. I guess it didn't matter. I'm just trying to avoid losing the crits now by going into Pharaoh. Here, make a bit of a huge misplay. I should just go for Gyro Ball here, but I decide to leech. Yeah, I don't actually need health. Gyro just picks up a kill. I'm better than this now, I swear. He's going to Fire Fang. We're able to Gyro here. In here I go Slowbro. See Dracos, and thankfully we live on 1%. And we're gonna be able to go into a Pharaoh, and Draco Meteor is doing nothing. We're able to preserve a differential, and that's gonna be our week 4 game against Eon. GG, well played. Probably not the best matchup for him. Slowbro was really difficult for him to deal with. He brought a lot of techs to try to deal with them. The Zygarde Mega Pidgeot core, which was pretty threatening against his squad. But I think we still played it pretty decently. Had some cool things in the back to deal with certain threats. The Sap Sipper Azu was definitely not something I was expecting going into this matchup, but it really makes sense to try to help his Latias by removing the Ferrothorn. Yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Maybe we'll be looking back and reflecting on some more Season 3 games in the future.